Hey y'all,
Hey y'all.
we're gonna try this out because now my computer went dead. Just completely, it died.
The things just keep racking up.
Yeah. So,
One thing we did forget about that we've had to shell out money for was the backflow from our sprinkler.
oh yeah, to get it tested.
Yeah, we had to get that tested. That was like $175 or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
I wasn't,
yay!
yeah. So,
That was back
it's
in
just,
when was
March.
it? June.
No, that was before June.
Well, because we didn't buy the house till June, so I thought it was.
No, it's just every 3 years. So whenever she had it checked, it was before
Okay.
COVID even hit.
Yeah.
So,
Buc-ee's. Not a sponsor yet.
It'd be fantastic. We talk about them enough.
I know, right?
So we're gonna try this. We're recording directly onto my phone via the YouTube app.
Yep.
So if y'all see this, that means we figured out how to do it. If you don't see this, it'll be a little blip by the time we get the computer back going.
Mm-hmm.
Because we can't do YouTube lives on his laptop because his screen's broke. And my computer is what we did it on, and it just died. So can't do it on my computer. And our daughter's computer is not fast enough because we bought her just a basic one for school.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go. Eventually we'll get back to normal. Maybe.
Who knows?
So, we know because it's summer and it's hot, he has a tendency to not knit because it's hot.
Yeah.
He just doesn't.
And I haven't even really touched knitting in probably 2 months.
Yeah. And I dyed up a small shop update. So, we'll talk about that later. Other than that, I've been dyeing up for the Christmas Advents. You need a sticker or something.
We should have gotten. We didn't get new cups when we were there.
No.
You said we were gonna get new cups.
Yeah, I know. But we didn't have $80 to spend on that. Because they're $20 a pop.
That's true.
So we're just going to take a Bucky sticker, which I do have, because my little cousins, every time I see them at church, well, when I did see them at church, I'd give them one. So, but I have been knitting. So, I'm going to start off with what I actually finished. This is not blocked yet because I finished it yesterday. I cast this on at Knit City in the lobby of our hotel. And this,
You've been working on it that long?
I put it down because the colors are not really my colors. But this is my pattern wholly on purpose. And it is knit out of my yarn. So the speckle is Falling Leaves. And then the brown tonal is My Caramel Romance. It was a super sock set. So I had a full skein of the speckle and a 50-gram skein of the brown. What?
Oh, I was just looking at the combination.
It has not been blocked, but once it's blocked, it'll get big. And it does have a little bit of lace, but because it's all stockinette, it's rolling up. So, there you go. So I finished that. I finished it yesterday. So I need to block it. And it'll get big. However, I showed this on the last live that we did. I had not blocked it, but I've blocked it since. This is my Creekside Crescent. And it did get huge, but the lace is all opened up and I'm really excited about it. It's so big.
It's huge.
Yeah. I'm so excited. So I used Barn Owl. I think it was Monkey Business. And then the gray is Wool Tree. Both of them are Texas dyers, and both of these are 70/30 superwash merino and silk.
You dropped a stitch right there.
On purpose, because that's a hole. It's an eyelet.
Oh.
Y'all, he's a dork. So there's that. I was excited. And then my Advent shawl, the Sugar Pie Honey Bunch by Laura of A Crochet and Hoovian. I used her Advent calendar from this last year You gonna help me? I finally blocked it and it got huge too. However, I still have the 48 ends to weave in, and I'm avoiding them.
Can I say something without insulting your shawl?
What?
It looks like every art teacher I ever had.
I just used her calendar. As I opened them, I knit with them.
More so just like this section, not the darker ones, but the
Yeah.
like this whole section here.
Yeah. So, I blocked it. It got huge. Still have to weave in the ends. And more than likely, my daughter will get this because I love color, but this is a lot of color for me to be wearing for a shawl. But that's really all I finished.
Yeah.
Do you have any faux? I know. He didn't have faux last week, so I don't know why I thought he'd have them this week.
I don't even have O's.
So what you been working on then?
Getting fat.
Quarantine 15?
I'm just. I haven't even worked out in the garage. I haven't even worked on my lathe with anything.
Nope. Well, yeah, you have. That tie tack.
That wasn't on my lathe.
Well, no, but you still were out in the garage.
That's true. I could show that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go grab it real quick.
Okay, well, I'm gonna talk now.
Okay, then you talk.
Okay, so I've been working on my socks. This is Kirby Werby yarn. The contrast is mine, and it's sidebar. I've added like a little bit more, not much, but the heel is in. So now I'm just going to knit until I run out of the self-striping yarn and then do a cuff. And the colorway is Cooler Than a Pack of Peppermints. And of course it's Kirby Werby, so she's a genius. I love her yarn. He's going into the garage. Did y'all hear that? And then I finally cast on for his hat design. So here's the yarn. And the yarn is Black Cat Custom.
Yeah, Black Cat Custom Yards.
Right. And the colorway is Salem, and it's on her worsted base. That's called Let's Get Worsted. It's 100% superwash merino.
I want to get chocolate worsted.
Stop. Hold that. So I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but it's cabled. Like, oh, you can see that.
Oh yeah. And that color is pretty true to life.
Yeah. So it's a 3-inch cuff because he likes a long cuff, and then it's all cabled. But the way the cables are, it's like fire because he said
fire.
The yarn looks like
fire.
Yeah. This is in a Doctor Who bag. This was the very, very first bag I ever bought. And it's by Kicks and Giggles. So, I got it on Etsy. Don't know if she's still making bags or not. But, there you go. You want to show off what?
I do.
Okay. While you do that, I've got to run into my office real quick.
So, something I ordered back in March finally showed up in like June, which was tie tack blanks, so I can make tie tacks. And seeing as how I like to go shooting a lot, I like to hunt and just go plinking every once in a while. I have a lot of empty shell casings. So
Plinking?
Plinking, yes.
What is plinking?
It's where you just go out and shoot.
Okay, so you just go shooting.
Yeah, plinking. Because when you shoot and it hits, it goes pling, pling.
No. That's not going to stick.
Anyway, it's already a thing. It's not even me. Anyway, so let's see if I can get that to focus. Maybe if I move my face out of the frame. Anyway, so it's the end of a 30-30 casing, which is what my rifle is. It's 30-30. And it is a fired round. as a tie tack. Got the little chain on it so it hooks into the buttonhole and keeps your tie in place. The other thing that I worked on, and these are going to be very limited that I'm able to do because I don't know if and when I'd be able to get more of the casings.
Oh, those 50?
Yeah, these are 50 cal primer ends cufflinks. So CBC 0.50 10. That I got these from when I was in the military working on combat search and rescue helicopters in Japan.
So you just picked up the spent shells?
Yeah, I'd hold on to the spent casings, and I've got a few more, but not very many. But I've got a neat little set, and these are heavy. Feel that? Mm-hmm. Those are pretty heavy. This set obviously going to be mine because I kind of sanded it down too much on one of them, and yeah, my 30-30 tie tack, which I think is really cool, but that's just me. So that's like the only thing I've worked on in probably the past 2 months.
My only had one other work in progress. So you remember last week I showed y'all, well, a couple of weeks ago on the live, I showed y'all all that pretty yarn.
Here, head for comparison.
And then here's the other 4. So that's 20 gram mini skeins. And like I tried to get them all on, but this one started like wrapping underneath my ball winder. My ball winder wraps 10, so the 10 ounces. So this is actually more than what I was supposed to, but I just kept doing it. So, and
that is an obscene amount of yarn.
It's 24. 24 mini skeins, 20 grams a piece. So what I'm going to do is whatever project, I'm going to start with this color, and then when I get to the orange, I'll go right into this. So this is the fade that I have decided on. So, and there's a color underneath this yellow that it fades into fairly well. So, there we go.
You know what this looks like to me? It looks like when you're just sitting there with markers on a paper, just drawing circles.
I think it's pretty. Anyways, I had to show y'all. And this is
it's like when
Lollipop.
It's like when you can't get your pen to work, so you just start scribbling with it.
This is Lollipop Girl Yarns. This was her Christmas in July advent calendar. And I have her Halloween coming and her Christmas coming too. So excited. So, do you have a shop update? No?
I'm going to be running a sale. I've been meaning to for like the last couple weeks, and I just keep forgetting. But I'm going to be running a sale, just trying to clear out what's in there and maybe get new stuff in. So y'all be looking for that. My shop, Goblin King Designs.
Cherry Pie Cottage is mine.
Cherry Pie Cottage.
So.
By the way, this is my wife Jennie.
Yes, this is my husband.
We didn't do our intro.
No. I'm trying to rush because I don't know how far we can record.
Okay.
So.
We're only at 13 minutes or 14 minutes. So.
And also I don't know how long it's going to take to upload.
Okay. Well.
So.
Hurry up. Let's go.
You're the one that keeps interrupting me when I'm trying to move on. Anyways, so between the last time and this time, I've had 2 updates. So I've added in the Halloween bags, and these are the only ones I have left. I have a medium-sized candy and spiders bag. And I have a small candy spiders bag, different spiders. And then I have spiders and bats bag.
Bats.
Spiders. Bats. So that's all I have left for Halloween bags. I am not doing any more Halloween bags. Probably ever. So I don't have plans to ever do Halloween bags again. So if you wanted a Halloween bag, grab one. And then Friday I popped a few skeins in. yarn supply is very limited. It's very hard because the mill had to shut down for 10 weeks, and then they were open for 3 weeks, and then the yarn supplier finally got it because it's from South America, and it just takes a while to get here, and then they all sold out within like the first day that it was in, and it's taking longer to build the supply back up. So I'm going to, they're not going to be as regular, and they're going to be smaller. Basically, my shop updates is what I'm trying to say. So I popped in a few skeins. These are all my heavier weight, but we have hibiscus, and that is like true to color.
Yeah,
it is that bright. This is
good.
hibiscus. It's in the shop on worsted 100, DK 100, and DK tweed. So, and that worsted 100 and DK 100 are two of the bases that I am struggling to get a hold of. Any of my sock yarn I am struggling to get a hold of. So probably the next update is going to be mostly tweed, if not all. Then I also put in just a bunch of pansies on worsted 100, DK 100, and DK tweed. So, and then there's a new colorway. This one is called Sidewalk because I'm still working on trying to get the really, really light silver, but this one is lighter than my concrete. So this is Sidewalk, and it is in the shop on worsted 100 and DK 100 and DK tweed. So I love grays. I have a ton of blues already in the shop, so now I'm working on grays, and then eventually I'm going to start putting more pinks in too. And I've put yellows and oranges in, but they just don't seem to do as well. So when I think of them, I'll put them in, but pink and gray are my two favorite colors. So you would have thought that I would have started with those two colors.
You would think, yes.
But I didn't.
No.
I started with blue.
Odd.
And I had hoped to be able to introduce 2 new bases in the fall, but it looks like I'm only going to be able to do 1 for now. So I'm hoping to be able to get some Aran tweed in the shop within the next couple of months, but we will see. So, due to supply and yarn supply and the money to get the yarn supply, because I'm having to do smaller updates, I don't have as much money to just go and buy a whole bunch of yarn, basically. So, but, and due to everything breaking, including my laptop, that my life is on. It's just, yeah. But that's really all. We just wanted to pop on real quick to make sure y'all knew we weren't ignoring y'all or just not doing it. It's life and COVID.
It's been a rough year.
Yes.
It's been a rough year.
It's been an awful year, basically.
Yeah.
We started out with the quarantine fine. Everything was great. Then things started breaking. So, yeah. So bear with us. Eventually I'll be able to get a new laptop and we'll be able to go back to normal. So, but until then, God is good.
Read your Bible.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.